What's going on, y'all? It is your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all with another one. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me rocking out, and I appreciate that. Much love to each and every single person that's part of the live crew and everybody that will be catching this on the replay. We about to get to it. We got a lot to talk about, y'all. Much love, guys. Hope y'all feeling wonderful today. Hope y'all having a great day, great evening, wherever you are at in the world right now. Just know that Skywalker is here with you, and we rocking out. We about to get to it early. This shit is going to be a fun stream, y'all. I can't wait. I get to do a few of my favorite things today, which is talk about this Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, which I have been waiting to get into for quite some time in this aspect of it. And also we're going to be talking about, how this whole situation parallels exactly what we are seeing in Hollywood right now. And I really think it needs to be a broader conversation about what's going on with these clashes that we're seeing. I think it's part of a much larger conversation that needs to be had. So much love, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we're gonna get to it. Much love to the homie Anatoly. We got Ill Life in the building. What's going on, Ill Life? Hope you're having a great day, right? We got the homie, a Curly Ray, the sponsor of today's stream, and with the super chat in here early, saying attention all Snyder fans, the Roblox Rebel Moon collab is now available to play on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and mobile. Let's support Roblox by playing on the Rebel Moon game mode. Hashtag Rebel Moon. I'm not a real big Roblox player myself, a Curly Ray, but knowing that just dropped, I'm literally about to hop on the Xbox and download that. Oh, I cannot wait to get to it. Y'all know that if it's anything dealing with Rebel Moon, we're gonna be here supporting it over on this platform, and as well as with the Cell movement, CSSM, which I'm gonna get to in 1 second. But much love to the homie or Curly Ray. Let me go ahead and hit you with this super chat, bro. Appreciate you for coming through and supporting the platform like you always do.
Good stuff. Real quick, shout out. Last question is, I want to ask you not about the legalities or like the probabilities or anything like that, but can you just speak to the resolve of your fan base that now that we're trying to get this thing sold to a third party?
The fan base has consistently been amazing, and consistently, regardless of what I think, the fan base has their own ideas, and they seem to win.
Yeah. Much love to the homie, a Curly Ray in the building. We got Brett Colbert stopping through. What's going on, Brett? Hope you're having a great day, bro. You dig? Much love to the homie, Brett Colbert. Make sure y'all go on and stream Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver, which is on Netflix right now, as well as Part 1. Brett Colbert's in both of those. Make sure you go on and check that out. Streaming right now on Netflix. We got the homie L Necron in the building. What's going on, L Boogie? You dig? Hope you're having a great day, bro. Thank you for stopping through and supporting. We got DC Talk in the building. What's going on, DC Talk? Charles Austin is in the building. Bat Dance Thoughts is in the building. What's going on, Bat Dan? We got Floyd Lawton in the building. What's going on? The man that never misses is in the house. We got the homie Sickness in here. What's going on, Sickness? All right, much love, y'all. Much love. Kobe is in here. South Cali guy. Much love, all y'all. Much love, guys. Hope you're having a great day. And we got the good Austin in the building. What's going on, Austin? You already know. I actually just got off the phone with Austin. I'm gonna let y'all know. And we got Lucas Ironside in the building. What's going on, Lucas Ironside? Now, hope y'all are hearing. Hopefully the audio sounds better. I know y'all been bearing with me on the audio recently, and I decided that it was time that I go on ahead and take care of that for good. So hopefully ain't no more sky sounding choppy or nothing like that. Right? Kobe said, I got a horse the other day and I named him Mayo because sometimes mayonnaise. Hey, I think Kobe know what he getting at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he said we stay plotting. Yeah, audio crisp. Hopefully it is. You dig? So thank y'all for bearing with me through all these audio issues. That won't be happening no more in the future. Much love to Castello's Way, the homie Phil. Let's go ahead and get through this rigmarole. Right? I ain't gonna cover you know what? I don't even care. I wasn't gonna do the regular little opening statements here, but I don't care because here's the thing. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about, and I wasn't gonna be pushing the hashtags too much because we obviously got to have a conversation about James Gunn today. But I don't give a shit because this is what we here for. We here to have real conversations, and this is why these things are needed, because these things have to be talked about and dissected and discussed, right? So as y'all know, we're on the road to 2K. Make sure that you guys are hitting the like button, subscribing, all that good stuff, and you'll know when I'm going live. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll really know. You'll get a little alert, hopefully, and we'll be able to keep you guys entertained. And just for everybody that's been rocking out, shouts out to all y'all, and shouts out to everybody that will be rocking out going into the future. You guys are amazing as well. These two hashtags is what we've been pushing, and these two hashtags is what we're gonna keep pushing. You dig? Hashtag sales ZSJL and sales Snyderverse to Netflix. Make sure that you guys are still streaming Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2 on Netflix right now. We have been making a lot of headway in making sure that film has stayed in the zeitgeist and is still being discussed, and it's still being watched on the platform, which is the most important thing. So, hey, if you want to get down with what we're trying to do and secure a conclusion to Zack Snyder's DC arc over on the platform, rock out and follow the rules of engagement, which are, hey, we ask that you guys be positive. Don't mix the hashtags, and don't tag, mention, or quote tweet anybody like that, or anything like that for anybody over at WBD. ZSJO to Netflix on YouTube and Twitter are where you guys need to be following / subscribe to. If you'd like to sponsor a stream, when you guys give super chats, they are tallied up at the end of each stream, and whoever donates the most will be sponsoring a following stream, and you'll have your name down at the bottom, scrolling across like the homie Curly Ray does right now. And you'll also be able to find a logo placement if you would like to become a membership at the sponsorship level. Lastly, but certainly not least, inktothepeople.com/saleszsjl. We got some fire merch, fire shirts over there right now. The cartoons and cereal shirts are up at this very moment, supporting AFSP, and they look amazing. So if you would like to support a great cause like the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, while also copping some fire looking merch, head on over to that link that is in the description, inktothepeople.com/saleszsjl. You dig? Yeah. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Y'all know what's up. Let me get caught up with this chat again before we get started. He said, sounds great, right? Yeah. Thank you guys. What up to the homie D Broderick? What's going on? D Broderick was the last winner of the Netflix giveaway for the free month of Netflix. So shouts out to D Broderick. You dig? Bad Dan's in the chat trolling as always. I see. We got Future Tron in the building. What's going on, Future Tron? Yes, yes. Much love, all y'all. Blood of Zeus season 2. Rebel Moon part 2. Yes, yes, yes. All of it. All of it. All of it. Intothepeople.com/sales ZSJL. Yes, yes. That comment gets a gold star. You did. Make sure that you guys head on over to that link. Or just share it out even if you can't donate. Right? Now let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. I titled this stream the way that I did, right? Because I really think that if you look across like all forms of media right now, right? Today, we're going to be focusing on music and film, right? There seems to be like the same fight being fought on multiple fronts. And I thought about this because I kind of was dwelling on this whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake thing recently, right? And it dawned on me that we're kind of seeing this same thing across everywhere, right? Because I was kind of comparing it to the Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro / Daily Wire thing, right? And I'm like, yo, like, why does this seem so similar to that situation? If you kind of zoom out on it, and if you look at it from like a broader perspective, it really seems like a very similar situation. And then I was like, wait a minute. And then I thought about how similar that it is to the Zack situation. And I was just like, hold on. So if you look at like news media, right, the news or independent media, the YouTubers or whatever, however you want to slice it, people that are like, there just seems to be this real grassroots thing of, the grassroots people fighting against the established or the establishment in these different areas, right? Whether it be Candace Owens versus the Daily Wire, whether it be Kendrick Lamar versus a Drake situation, or rather it be, what Zack is doing versus what James Gunn is doing, right? Because that's the biggest, because look, with film, it's a whole lot different because there's usually not a whole lot of like beefs kind of like outwardly, right? In terms of people knowing about directors not getting along or all like this studio drama or what have you, right? But it's really the same situation where you have one side that's really grassroots, organic, that same thing, right? Started from the bottom, worked their way up, had to prove themselves in different avenues, right? Versus somebody that's had to not do those same things to the same extent, right? I'm obviously not saying that James Gunn didn't have to work hard at any point in his life, but I think if we're being honest, before he got the Marvel job, there was nothing that really validated him being given that large of a project. And then not only that, but then after that one project, then he's kind of like handed the reins of the galactic or the space side of Marvel, which is crazy to me, right? Like, you know, and it's just, we're going to get to it and we're going to really break this thing down piece by piece, but it was definitely something that was crossing my mind as I was sitting back and dwelling on this stuff. It seems like we are seeing the same fight against all, I mean, across all these different avenues, right? Absolutely. We got DC Talk saying, I'm waiting on my cartoons and cereal shirt. Hey, we appreciate you for ordering one, bro. Much love. Much love. Let me know when you get it. Take a picture with it on, you know what I'm saying? Rocking it. Let us see it. I'm definitely going to be getting a few of those things, right? Josh Herrera, much love to Josh in the chat, saying it's blatant corporate consumer conditioning across all mediums. Hold My DualShock also talked about it on their stream, and now Super Sky is here to connect the K dots for us. Oh, yeah. No, because like this Drake and Kendrick Lamar thing, it really highlights every single thing that I'm going to talk about, you know, and why I think that these things are happening. DC Talk saying smash that like button heavy. Said a very peculiar case. Yeah, absolutely. Right. He said, just order my shirt. Shout out to Floyd Lawton. You know what I'm saying? The man that never misses. You dig? Hope you're feeling better, bro. I've been going through my own little health stuff recently, so I know exactly what it feels like, bro. Hope you're feeling better. And yeah, we will be having some visual aids later on that's going to also help me kind of highlight some of these points, but let's just go ahead and get started, right? This whole man versus machine angle is, I think, is something that's really prevalent across all these things. And once again, I'm going to use this Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation to really highlight what I think is going on, right? Hold on one second. Let me make sure I'm doing this, because y'all know I be forgetting. Y'all know I be forgetting. Okay. But yeah, like, once again, I was just saying how you have somebody like a Gunn, right? Who, let's pull up this dude's, because like, what was he really like? What did he really do before before Guardians that would suggest that this dude could get a huge film like this, right? But then not only that, but then also be able to be the fucking head of the galactic side of the largest thing happening, right? Like, what? Slither, Troma's Edge TV, right? And I thought Slither was cool, right? But super PG porn, Human Z, Movie 43, right? Like, and then all of a sudden, this dude gets Guardians of the Galaxy, right? And then that's successful. In large part, we learn later to Nicole Perlman, right? Think about all the things that she added to that movie that made that film hit differently. The whole opening scene with his mom, like the whole him going to Morag, like all that stuff, the whole opening of the scene with the music and everything, and like obviously James Gunn changed what music was going to be played throughout the film, and that was his touch. I'm not going to say that that he didn't pick the musical soundtrack or what have you, but like that whole little opening to the scene, I mean, that whole little opening of the film with for him and his mom, that really got everybody on board with that film so much more. Soon as it started, right? Much love, Mama Bear. Thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to have you in the building. Thank you very much. But like, walk with me. I don't see what the hell, like how this whole thing happened where this dude has like no real track record of box office success, no real track record of critical success either. Right? I mean, the highest thing he had done, I'm on his IMDb right now. His highest rated project, period, was PG porn. And that's the dude, right, who gets handed this film, and then not only that, but then handed the reins of the space side of the MCU, right? We heard from who was that old girl that made the statement about Zack when she was like, we never even really had a conversation and said that Zack was the one that was in charge. They still trying to like downplay the impact that this dude had. Right? They still trying to argue about how much control that he had. Right? And this dude had slaps. Movies that made money. Right? Penetrated the zeitgeist. Right? And it's the same shit with this Kendrick Lamar Drake situation. It's the exact same thing. I was talking about this the other day. I think it was 2 projects. Right? I'm pretty sure it was like 2 projects, bro. Might have even been 1. Right? Might have even been 1. But this dude literally, no joke, y'all, okay? Yeah. Let's see, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so this dude literally had 1 mixtape out, and then on his second mixtape, he already had Lil Wayne and Trey Songz on there. Bro, he had Trey Songz on his first mixtape. He had Trey Songz on his first mixtape. The second one had Lil Wayne on it. Comeback season. The second one. So there's Room for Improvement, which was the first one. Right? Comeback season is tape number 2. It has Lil Wayne on it and Trey Songz. Fucking unheard of. Right? Yeah. Room for Improvement was the first one and already had Trey Songz on that one. Trey Songz was a little bit of a smaller artist, so I'll let that slide. out, even though that's egregious, even though that is egregious as shit, that is egregious for you to have your first fucking mixtape and you already got Trey Songz on there. I'm gonna leave that alone. Second one, you got Lil Wayne on there, right? Around the time that your second mixtape came out, comeback season, there's rumblings that you're writing for Lil Wayne. Okay? Makes no fucking sense in the world. Lil Wayne's been making music, been rapping since he's been 14 years old. Has written some of the biggest songs that have ever been in the culture, that have ever penetrated the zeitgeist, right? Bling Bling. Lil Wayne came up with Bling Bling, was writing songs for the Hot Boys and all that stuff. Hey, wait a minute. Why am I seeing? Hey, shout out to Hold My Dual Shock in here, right? The man speaks facts. Hey, shout out to y'all. Y'all have a great day. Man, y'all be sure to check out Fan Rant Thursday. After I finish here, I will be making an appearance over there real quick. So, this is real talk. It shouts out to them over there doing the Lord's work, right? But yeah, so your second project comes out. It's rumored that you're writing for Lil Wayne around this time, which in hindsight is fucking ridiculous, because fucking Lil Wayne's been making music since he was 14. Right now, I'm pretty sure it was the other way around. It's already proven that this dude didn't have ghostwriters, right? And when you look at that versus when Kendrick was coming up, Kendrick Lamar not only went through different aliases, right, but had so many projects before he was even before I even like really had been able to hear him. And he was rapping in Compton, which is a city over pretty much, right? And we growing up around the same time, so yeah, like there's a track record before he got signed, before he got discovered, before he found or before Dr. Dre found him, right? And he started working with all these bigger artists. That's like way down the line, as it usually is. There isn't usually people that come in and on a first fucking 2 projects already got industry people work like on your shit. Like that should have been sounding the fucking alarms back then, but no. And mind you, as I said in this other stream, I have been a fan of all these things. I hadn't been a fan, or no, I have been a fan of all these things, bro. All these people from this entire generation, you know what I'm saying? From Drake to Wiz Khalifa to all these people. So just like I've been a fan of Zack and all of his films, and I've been watching what's been going on, it is like the same thing, right? Where soon as this dude came in, he is all of a sudden like working with all these big ass artists and around all these people, right? So it's like, it's clearly a thing where you see one person or one group of people, the grassroots, it's like they don't tend to have that same option of just coming out the gate and being able to be handed these big ass franchises, right? Even when you look at how Zack got Man of Steel, like it was only because of like Christopher Nolan, man. And that dude we have to understand, Zack had like a track record of movies that was making money at the box office. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't up until Sucker Punch really that the critical people started to kind of turn on it. But you know, as we know, why that really was, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit later as well, because there's just so many parallels between all this stuff. But yeah, it just seems that when you are taking a grassroots approach, those same doors aren't open to you as quickly, right? They're not open to you as often or as wide, right? So it usually takes longer. You have to do more, and you have to really show versatility in a lot of aspects, right? Austin says, funniest thing to me being East Coast, I didn't hear Kendrick till Drake posted Section 80 on the OVO blog. Yeah, right. And that was around the time, because when Section 80 came out, once again, that was still before like when Section 80 came out, that was around the time that the whole Dr. Dre influence started and all that stuff, right? So it was really Dre that kind of started boosting Kendrick's his the bandwidth for his music, should I say, right? And what's also funny about that is we were just having this conversation. People on the West, they didn't even embrace Kendrick like that, right? They didn't even embrace him. You know what I'm saying? Just like the same thing, right? When I was discussing this shit with Zach, it's like a lot of times people that end up loving the stuff later and they love the art later, a lot of times they don't really engage with it at first. You know, it has to grow on them, right? So it was definitely a thing where around the time that Section 80 came out, that's when he started kind of becoming more of like a nationwide kind of thing, right? That's when people was really starting to find out. But like I said, Section 80, that's like 7-8 projects in, bro. That's like 7-8 mixtapes in. You know what I'm saying? Because he had like 4 or 5 before he even changed his name from K-Dot. Then he changed his name to Kendrick Lamar, and he had like the C4. Oh wait, the C4 Kendrick Lamar EP. You know what I'm saying? Overly dedicated. Then Section 80. Right. So he had like multiple tapes as K-Dot, and then had 4 as Kendrick Lamar until he blew up. And even still on Section 80, there ain't no Dr. Dre production. There ain't no like features from no other huge ass artists on there. It ain't nothing like that. Right? By the time that Drake got on his 3rd tape, it was like a star-studded who's who. So Far Gone had like Bun B. Everybody was on that shit. Right? This is the 3rd project. Right? I think one of them had like, hold on, let me see if I'm not tripping, right? Because I think one of them even had like a damn thing from like Lauryn Hill or somewhere on there. Bruh, this thing got Lloyd on there, Lil Wayne, Bun B, Omarion, bro. And then you look at the people that they had to pay for this thing, because there's all type of like Isley Brothers samples and like, yo, this shit is crazy. right? He had to pay Jay-Z because he used his ignorant shit. Like, this is third project. Right? This is your third project, bro. And the shit sound like, and anybody that has heard So Far Gone, that shit sounds like an album. It's an album quality thing. Right? That thing had a budget, yo. That's the thing that you have to ask yourself, like, where did the budget come from? Mind you, 3 mixtapes in, Kendrick was still K-Dot, and you had never heard of his ass. You had never heard of him. He was just some dirty kid in Compton, right? Rapping away. Right? He was just some little dude in Compton. Think I'm bugging. Hold on, when was this thing? He said that was released in No, bro. So Far Gone came out in 2009, bro. Look, where did the budget for this shit come from? Right? So just like the Zack thing, just like all these other mediums that you're seeing these things being fought in, it's like, where is the budget for this shit coming from? You know, who is financing this stuff from that early on? Who is giving a dude whose biggest critical receptive or whose best critically receptive project was PG porn, and this dude makes a movie that makes bread, right? But was also written, co-written by somebody that offered a lot of the best shit that was in the entire movie. Then they turn around and let this dude be in charge of all the damn space side of Marvel. That shit don't make no sense, yo. Don't make no kind of sense. Right? Let's look at the competition aspect of this thing, right? Because you hear, oh my God, Zack will never be able to do Justice League over on Netflix because it'll be competition. It'll be competition. It'll be competition. It'll be competition, right? All this bullshit. So one thing that anybody that has followed this Kendrick Lamar and Drake thing has kind of noticed, right, over the years is that Kendrick Lamar kept trying to have this competition, right? Because competition breeds excellence, honestly, right? Like when your back is up against the wall and you got to compete, that is when the best comes out of people, or when it's supposed to come out, right? So all the way back in 2013, that was the first time that Kendrick Lamar really called everybody else out in the rap game, all of his friends, and was like, look, I love you guys, right? But I'm trying to out rap all y'all. I'm trying to be better than all y'all, right? And it's that shit sent shockwaves throughout the entire hip hop industry. But the one person that it seemed to have strike the most seemed to be Drake, and he took it very, very personally, right? And that's where this whole thing really started off at. Like Drake started making all these weird ass comments about Kendrick and his music and all that stuff, right? Instead of just rapping back directly, you know, always sending little subliminal messages, but refusing to directly engage in what was gonna be this competition, right? Refusing to engage for over 10 years. It's been over 10 years of sneak dissing from this dude, and he had refused to engage until recently. And I think that this is exactly why, because he got his boot smoked. If James Gunn is able to if he is in a situation where he has to watch Zack Snyder be able to go on over to Netflix and finish his Justice League arc, I think he is well aware that nobody's going to give a shit about his movie, right? Just like Drake knew, hey, if I engage with this dude, I'm probably going to fucking lose. So I'm going to do everything that I can to push the competition can down the road, right? To stop whatever it is that, the people want, you know what I'm saying? Because the people wanted to see Kendrick and Drake. Yo, I wanted to see this shit 10 years ago when Kendrick tried to do it the first time, right? But no, it was like, oh, nah, why does Drake got to compete? He just can go make a great record, right? He can just go make a great song as long as everybody's making great music, right? As long as everybody's making money. It's like, why is everything about, hey, like, let's just get back to making money? Like, why? Like, the conversation around Drake has always been, but he's bringing money in though, right? Because there are some differences between these people, Drake and James Gunn, that I'm going to highlight. And one is right here, is that Drake has actually been somebody that has brought money in and shown to be a successful act in their own right. I think personally that is because there's a whole lot of money that is pumped into Drake, into Drake's marketing. Same thing, right, with this whole James Gunn thing, right? As we see with this Superman legacy shit and how they're kind of trying more and more to act like, hey, this budget ain't really that big, even though we know that the shit probably is, right? And is there's going to be a total marketing blitz. They blacked out all the coverage for Zack shit, and then they end up dropping this whack ass pic. Look, which I'm gonna get into that picture later, but there's just always been this want and this desire to run away from the competitive aspect of these things, right? Drake was running from the smoke for 10 years, didn't want to rap with Kendrick, and you can literally draw that same parallel to, hey, I mean, look at what all these betas and antis keep saying. Hey guys, it would be a competition. It would be a competition if they let you. Oh, well, so what? So what? Let's see it. Let's have the competition. Like, I'm past this whole, it ain't even I will give you guys that damn olive branch and say, hey, you guys are right. It's a competition. So the fuck what? Compete. Compete for my dollars. Compete for my attention. Compete for my love and my passion as a fan. Sin Havoc said, so CW wasn't competition? Hey, I guess not, right? Elseworlds wasn't competition, right? But no, they over here, bro, they so fucking invested in trying to help this dude make his shit look good. They even trying to low-key, push back shit that made way more money than what James Gunn shit that made. Right? Bruh, anybody that runs from competition knows they're gonna fucking fail, bro. Just like Drake ran from Kendrick for 10 years, bro. Kendrick called Drake out on the BET Awards 10 years ago. 10 years ago. In front of everybody. We all saw Nothing's been the same since they dropped Control and tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Drake had just dropped an album. Drake had just dropped an album called Nothing Was the Same. And he said nothing was the same since I dropped Control and tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Was it competition then? Right? Bruh, when they tried to tell Zach, hey, Zach, you can't use your Green Lantern, right? Because we got plans for Green Lantern down the line. You know what I'm saying? Little did we know that them plans was Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, right? But hey, but yeah, Zach even said it then. He was like, hey, it's Elseworlds, right? I mean, it's multiverse, right? You guys cast your guy, I'll cast mine, and then, we can see who the fans rock with. Does that sound like somebody that's scared of competition? Is that not Zach calling him out clearly? Is that not Zach saying, yo, y'all cast your guy, I'll cast mine? Right? Competition, yo. Same shit. One of these parties is for the competition and one of them wasn't. Same thing. Hold My DualShock says James Gunn is the most silent he has been in a while. He was not expecting even the Gunn fans to be disappointed. You want to know why? It's because they were hoping for something they could defend, right? Because with them, it's not about whether or not the film is going to be good. It's not about whether or not, James Gunn is going to tell a cohesive story or a coherent story, right? With intriguing characters and dialogue and action and things like that. That has nothing to do with none of this shit. The only thing that they're worried about is whether or not we're able to talk shit, right? So if we're able to talk shit, it's gonna make it very uncomfortable for them. You dig? Because that's not what they want. They don't want us to be able to talk shit. So if we're able to talk shit, it's going to be a problem for them. You dig? It's going to be a problem for them. He said he's so scared of anything better. For sure. Look, because James Gunn don't want to get Draked. He said Drake tried to use AI and nostalgia. Kendrick spoke to Drake's family. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. This situation is crazy. Right? But we're going to keep going because I got more. No. These are they're damn near the same people, bro. Right? Matter of fact, let's get into that now. Right? Artistic integrity. Look, we ain't even got to speak on, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got to speak on Zach and artistic integrity, right? I mean, I think if you look at the words artistic integrity in the dictionary, you'll probably see a picture of Zack Snyder next to that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think him and Nolan have both been the two directors that have been the most vocal I think, and that have kind of had situations where they've been placed in certain, or when they've been placed in situations where they've had to make a decision between, you know, artistic integrity, right, and not really being beholden to that. And both of them have chosen to go with the integrity route, instead of not being beholden to the art, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what is most important for them. It is the art, right? You got to do like Nolan, that when they was trying to put Tenet on streaming services, he was like, hell no. Dude said, hell no. Right? You got Zack, you know, you already know, right? Look no further than the Snyder cut. You know what I'm saying? But no. And then you have things where, like, look, where'd it go? He said Drake tried to use AI and nostalgia, right? Drake tried to use AI. Now, look, guys, I'm about to share with y'all a little secret. Oh, shit. Wait, where'd it go? Hold on a second. Let me add this. I think I forgot to add this. Right. Let me pull up. Where'd this thing go, man? No, because I want to be able to pull this up for you guys. Almost done. Y'all bear with me. Give me 1 second. Because this shit's hilarious. All right, here we go. Okay. So, said Drake tried to use AI, right? Don't this picture look like some AI shit, y'all? Like, let's keep it a buck. I already think that there was probably some AI with the writing. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a buck, right? He was writing this thing all throughout the fucking writer's strike, right? He was trying to act like he wasn't, but then he admitted to it later, like, oh yeah, we was working all throughout the strike. Crazy, right? And then look at this picture. Looks like some AI shit. Sorry, y'all. I got a text message kind of threw me off, but yeah. Drake over there using AI. James Gunn using AI. Right? We got AI fucking scripts. AI CGI more than likely. This is crazy. Frank C said that he thought that the pic was AI, right? Said, I'll give them corn sweat in this suit is probably real, but the rest is definitely AI. Look at this picture. Dude got a baggy Superman suit, bruh. They said I had on pajamas at Full Circle. That's crazy. His suit got hella creases in it. The same suit as my adventures with Superman. That man, this shit is ridiculous, bro. But look, that's how they get down over there, right? They got AI scripts, right? AI diss tracks, bro. Because that's what happens when they can't compete, bro. Bruh, they are literally like rolling out AI shit in film, in music, right? Using shit like this to condition people to, hey, you know, this is cool, right? I think that's, you know what, and Hold My DualShock had that point about how quiet that James Gunn has been. I think that's why he's quiet. Yo, I think they know that this shit was probably AI. They're probably hoping that this shit was gonna go over better and that people wasn't gonna notice, but the internet started cooking it, and then all of a sudden, it's like, bro, Zaslav probably was like, bro, what the fuck is going on, man? Right? Real DC fans eating good, y'all. Hey, right? That's what they said. They said that they real DC fans, bro, and that I'm the one that's tripping, right? We the one that's tripping. They talk about the hype for Superman Legacy, but every post I see has Cavill clowning. It's look, ain't nobody hyped for this damn movie, yo. Ain't nobody hyped for it. Who is? Who would be? Right? But that's how they feel about y'all. AI shit. They want to bring in AI music, bruh. And what was so funny is the whole time that this thing was kind of going on, there was these AI tracks that kept dropping. Right? It was like these AI diss tracks from Kendrick and Drake or whatever, and everybody kept like everybody was talking about how it was ruining the experience of the whole beef thing because we couldn't tell what was real and what wasn't. And then there came a time where when Drake's first big diss track kind of leaked, it sounded kind of funny. Y'all, it sounded weird. And I was even speaking with my homie about it, Stino. Y'all know him, right? We were talking about it, and I was like, bro, his voice sounds weird. And he was all kind of almost calling me a hater. Like, bruh, don't be hating, you know, right, blah, blah, blah. And then the official version came out later, and it sounded different. It sounded a lot better. And I was like, man, that's kind of crazy. You know, because I'm hearing this version and it sounds better. And I think it was like the next day after it came out, people started putting together that first leaked version was probably AI. Right? And then magically, what happens the same day that everybody figures out that it was AI? Or no, it was actually a couple days later. Everybody started figuring out like, yo, that track was AI. That first one that came out where it was an AI reference, meaning they had a real person rap the words and they put a Drake filter over it. And as soon as people started figuring that out, all of a sudden Drake drops this track with AI Snoop Dogg and AI Tupac. Right? Which I was like, bro, that is so fucking weird. Like in the middle of the biggest rap beef in the last century, maybe ever. You know what I'm saying? with that being the case, you choose now to try to introduce AI, bro, into fucking hip hop. Like why is that so weird? You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to this thing where the artistic integrity is lacking on the behalf of the machine. They can't keep up. They're not as creative, and they have to go through these other links to keep relevance, right? Like, it wasn't enough for Drake to just try to come up with a dope song or like a dope diss track back or whatever, right? And a dope beat. No, it has to be, yo, I'm gonna fucking use AI to try to start introducing this into music and trying to get people to accept this shit, right? Which, unsurprisingly, most people didn't like that song, and it was like, yo, what the hell? Like, why are you using AI, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's corny, especially with somebody that passed away, right? But yeah, the showing of the ignorance of like cultural sensitivities, right? Could you imagine if, like, during a rap beef, like Kendrick Lamar used a Canadian artist's voice that had passed away to try to diss Drake? Like, I don't think he would ever do that. I don't think it would ever cross his mind, right? Just like Zack, when he was faced with a choice, right? Like, do you stand up for the integrity of your art, right? And for artistic integrity as a greater whole, do you do that or do you give in, right? Zack made his choice, you know what I'm saying? And I think that, once again, you're seeing a lot of parallels between what happened with this situation and all these other situations that we're seeing, just with these cultural clashes right now. There seems to be a war for like it seems to be a war for like the culture of these things, right? Just for artistic integrity as a whole across film. You're seeing it, right? Where you have people that are trying to down this whole Netflix thing and trying to stop what Zack is doing, trying to slow the momentum of Rebel Moon because they hate everything that it stands for, right? They hate that it's an original IP that's going to be successful outside of the traditional Hollywood system, right? Like, there's just all these things that are going on. And, you know, I think that you can find parallels in all these situations. Mama Bear says, we didn't bring the AI. It started burning when the Drake was churning. Hey, look, I'm just saying. Said, this is a great comparison subject, art versus the machine. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Like, and there's nothing that I think that kind of signifies the machine more than these two people in these two different mediums, right? In music, it's Drake, and in film, it's James Gunn. Right? Moving forward, the twisting of these narratives, right? And how often that these dudes get caught lying, right? Like, this is where we're gonna start getting spooky. And, you know, is the next subject is when we're gonna, like, you know, fully dive in. But I want to start getting spooky with, like, hey, isn't it weird how, like, you see that when these entities, or whenever whoever the machine who has chosen to be a certain head of something, be it a Drake or a James Gunn, right? Every time that something happens that could be a knock against them or something like that, you immediately get these twisting of the narratives, right? Immediately, each and every single time, right? With James Gunn, hey, your movie failed. Hey, it's fucking Zack Snyder fans' fault, right? Hey, your fucking show didn't do that well. But hey, we're gonna lie about the numbers anyway, right? Hey, movie wasn't that fucking successful. Oh, you deserve a promotion, right? Your movie lost us like almost $200 million. Hey, you deserve to be the co-head of DC Studios, right? Hey, you choose to come out and reboot and kill off the financial prospects of your next 4 films. Oh, it's the DC fan base fault. The fan base is fractured, guys. Right? I can't or no, not I, but he can't get no hype for his film, right? It's like, oh man, it's the pesky sale guys, right? I mean, they're a militant operation, right? Funded by dark money. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't be that, hey, maybe my shit's just whack and people really, really want Zack stuff. No, it can't be that. It has to be the twisting of the narrative each and every single time. It has to be Zack's fault. It has to be the fan base's fault. It has to be anybody else's fault except this motherfucker, right? Hey, Gal Gadot says that she was told by James Gunn that she was going to be able to continue as Wonder Woman. He says, hey, I never said that, right? Hey, I never fired Henry Cavill, right? Hey, I never, or hey, what about this one? My tweets auto delete after a few months. You know, there's just all these lies. Hey, Ben Affleck is really interested in helming in being one of the architects for the DCU, right? That's cool, right? You know, all this shit, right? It's like just lie after lie after lie, excuse after excuse after excuse, and we're supposed to buy this shit, right? Crazy. Juxtapose that with this recent Drake situation, right? Where this dude has got caught in so many lies throughout this beef. In so many lies. And yet, people blaming Kendrick, right? Look, there was a shooting outside of Drake's house the other night, right? This is when I knew how bad that it was. This is how I knew how disgusting that this situation was, right? Because I'm watching these people on a Canadian news network. I'm not sure what the news network was, but you know, I'm pretty sure you guys can find a video because the guy was making a statement outside the house, right? And they were trying to link Kendrick Lamar to this whole shooting outside of Drake's house. And they were asking questions about violence crossing the border from US to Canada. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, are we not going to mention that The Weeknd and Drake have been feuding, and like 5 days prior to that, there was a shooting outside of, I think it was The Weeknd's manager's house or The Weeknd's house, and one of the guards got hit? Are we not going to mention that this is some Canadian on Canadian violence? That more than likely that is the case? What the fuck does Kendrick Lamar in Compton, California have to do with a shooting outside of Drake's house in Toronto when he's been beefing with another Canadian dude that had a shooting outside of one of their houses 5 days before? right? This dude, Drake, Kendrick Lamar said, hey, you put out a cease and desist on our Like That song, the song Like That. Drake said, a cease and desist is for hoes. Can't listen to the lies come out of your mouth, right? Pretty much saying, hey, I didn't send a cease and desist. Me, Drake, I didn't send a cease and desist. Why would I do that? Right? Then the producer, Metro Boomin, dropped this email proving, hey, you guys sent a fucking cease and desist. Right? Here it is right here. This is right after this dude said that he didn't send a cease and desist. Right? He said a cease and desist is for hoes. That's literally what he said. He said a cease and desist is for hoes right before calling Kendrick a liar. Said, I didn't do that. Canadian on Canadian violence got me dying. I'm picturing the beef. And no, I'm just saying, this is two Canadians beefing and having shootings outside of one another's houses. And they said that it's Kendrick's fault in Compton, California. But no, when the shooting happened outside of The Weeknd's house or his manager's house, nobody mentioned it. I didn't see nobody doing no videos saying, hey, did Drake get dude house shot up, right? No. I never saw that. Right? Drake also went on to say, verbatim, he said, I ain't never looked twice at no teenager. He said, y'all, I ain't never looked twice at no teenager. Matter of fact, hold on, let me get this ready because it's going to segue us into the next topic, I believe. But nah, y'all, this is like real talk. This dude got caught in so many lies, bro. And people sitting there and talking about, but Kendrick though? All right, yeah. He said, I ain't never looked twice at no teenager. I'm about to play y'all a video. Now, I want y'all to listen very carefully. Here we go, right here.
So y'all gonna have me getting carried away again. I get in trouble for shit like this. How old are you? Oh, that's sad. I can't go to jail yet, man. 17? Why do you look like that? You thick. Look at all this. Well, all right. Well, listen, 17. I had fun.
I got a question, y'all. Because I don't blame him for the first part before he knew she was 17. I don't blame him. You got a girl in the club, at the stage, right? Bring her up on stage. You guys are doing whatever. You ask her, find out she's 17. Okay, fine. It was at that moment that you should have escorted her off of stage, right? You know what I'm saying? And then went on with the show, right? But no, what does he do? He finds out she's 17, and then he proceeds to say, why you look like that? You so thick. I like the way your breasts feel on my chest. And then he kisses her like 5 times. Right? On top of that, right? Because this is the part of the story where we about to start going down the fucking rabbit hole, right? Because you typically see shit play out this way, right? Because let me ask you guys a question, okay? If I had a track record, right, of dating women as soon as they turn 18, but I had known them for years prior to that as a grown man, how would that come across? Right? Like, if you see me with a girl and we're on a date and we're officially like on a date and she's 18, but I've known her for 4 years. I was a grown man the whole time, right? How many times would I have to do that? Right? How many times before that would be a thing where people would be like, yo, maybe this dude is up to something, you know? Nah, that ain't it. I'm about to show y'all some more stuff too. Right? Talking about Polanski, Woody Allen, another one, right? But no. This ain't even it. And I'm about to show y'all some more stuff. Mind you, Millie Bobby was in high school at the time of this video. Watch this.
Your relationship with Drake. Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
You and Drake? That's awesome. That's awesome.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
So, you got a grown ass man texting a high school girl about boys. Right? Watch this.
Okay, so the Drake thing. You met him. Well, when did you first meet him?
So I played basketball, right? So he really was a fan of supported one of my teammates at the time. And because
this is when you're in high school?
Yeah, in high
Okay.
school. So he was a fan of women's basketball, high school basketball. I was her teammate, so he followed me because of her. And I was like, oh shit, bitch, you got Drake to follow me? Like, what the hell? Like, that's so crazy.
Oh my God.
He followed me, and I lost it. I'm like, I have to meet Drake. Like, I love Drake. I've always loved Drake, still love Drake.
All right, so Drake's a fan of women's high school basketball, which I've never heard that fucking term before in my life. That it has always been girls' high school basketball. Never heard that term, women's high school basketball. But whatever, right? So he a fan of girls' high school basketball, going to the games, following the players, right? Right? And mind you, there's been 2 to 3 times confirmed that this dude has been dating somebody right after they turn 18 that he's known for years. For any of y'all with kids, would y'all let y'all fucking teenagers around Drake be hanging around? If that's what you knew, if you knew that he had a tendency of dating girls as soon as they turn 18, it don't matter how long he's fucking known them, right? Hold on, what's that? Let me pull this up. Right? Let me pull this up. Yeah. Haley Bieber, right? Who was Haley Baldwin at the time. You know what I'm saying? 18, bro. Been cool with her, bruh. Like, who the fuck thinks that this is okay? Same story with R. Kelly, right? Crazy. If I found out Drake was in my daughter's DM, I need an alibi. Like, bro, what you got to talk? Bro, who the fuck talks to high school girls like this? Look at this. It says it was confirmed that he messed around with a couple of females when they were still. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Right? So y'all getting what I'm hinting at now, right? So when you see these situations and now this beef has become a thing and you got Kendrick calling Drake out about a lot of this shit and calling him a pedo on a hit song, on multiple hits, you know? Do we even have to go there with James Gunn, bro? Y'all already know what that dude about, bro. Right? Y'all already know what that dude about. You already know what them parties is like. You know. I really think you guys are seeing this shit play out in front of everybody, man. And what's funny as shit with this whole beef thing too is that I think part of this was look, here is what I think happened. I think that Drake has pissed off a lot of people. And I think that the fact that nobody has stood behind him as this whole thing has been playing out And as he's had all these allegations be started, and now that we're starting to have these conversations, I think that, you know, it really is a thing where you're clearly seeing that nobody is having this dude's back. And honestly, I think that with everything being as like square on these topics as it is right now, I feel even more uncomfortable with this dude James Gunn being in charge over at DC, man. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like, this shit is weird. It's weird, bro. Like, it's weird that you have industry people that are like covering up for these dudes, yo, and trying to vouch for them, right? All to keep the money going. All because they're trying to keep the money going, right? Drake has been tied to so much sinister shit. So much sinister stuff. Like, there's been people that have questioned whether he had anything to do with XXX Tentacion's death, right? Just like, man, look, all the sinister shit that James Gunn did, man, that shit that he did to Geekosity. Y'all have no, that dude knew good and goddamn well what he was doing, right? That was some evil shit, yo. These things, you know, like these circles and shit, like they ain't playing no games, yo. Look into it. Look into both of these people and how they have seemed to, you know, skate or skirt these allegations, yo. It's crazy. It is insane. It's never said these guys were groomed by Quincy Jones and other executives hired. Hey, man, look, something was going on. It seemed to be a whole lot of grooming going on. You know what I'm saying? Because shit weird over here, bro. I don't know. But y'all know when we talking about good versus evil, it's only right to have the most evilest motherfucker in the cool table here. We got the homie El Necron. What's going on, bro? How you feeling, bro?
Man, I've been listening in, dude. It's wild. Kissing on underage girls on stage. I don't even know how you get away with that one.
Right.
But I guess if he was a pedophile, he would have been caught because he's famous. So, you know.
Hey, dude said, I couldn't do that because I'm too famous. That was crazy, bro.
There it is right in front of you. Well, I guess that's another lie. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, what's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Yeah, I mean, I've been following this mostly from you and Stino's show.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, dude, this is a fabulous comparison to just how it works, the system. You know.
Yep.
What's being applied against Kendrick is the same type of stuff that was being applied against Zack.
It's the same thing, bro. It's the same shit, bro.
Crazy. And you know, you can tell Kendrick's the guy with the integrity, with the real cred to be doing what he's doing. And here's the other guy who's, you know, like, what? You know, what has he done? What does he deserve to get this, you know, accolades and get felling upward, as, you know, it seems, you know,
yeah, bro,
to get put in that position, why the real guy is the one who's trying to get bashed on by the machine. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. And it's like, not only that, this dude has Trojan horsed so much bad shit into hip hop, bro, that it was crazy looking back on it because I never even realized it, you know. But he's literally been just like James Gunn was the Trojan horse for D, bro. Yeah. Like, I'm telling you, man,
it's crazy.
It's bro. Parallel. It's the same shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you know, we're gonna bring this guy in and he's gonna bring all this shit in that's really bad for the culture and bad for the whole medium overall, right? Like James Gunn, bro, like this dude pretty much fucked the whole MCU up with that style of humor, dude.
Yeah, it
like,
was never the same after him, after Guardians.
It was never the same, bro.
Y'all know, you in the chat know, MCU used to be like pretty damn good.
I was into it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything wasn't perfect, but the first 2 phases, I mean, I was there. I was watching everything. I was going to
every movie. Yeah.
Bruh, I was
customer.
going, buying shirts, all that stuff.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like really, really into it. But then you look at Guardians, bro, and that shit was never the same after that.
It definitely took a stylistic and tone turn after Guardians.
Right? Everything had to be this childish humor, bro. Right? The watering down, you know what I'm saying, of like the entire genre, the dumbing down of the entire medium. What's going on, Kingdom of Nerds? We got Brucifer in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's up, Brucifer? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, but nah, man, this is real stuff, bro. Like I was just sitting here and I was looking at what was happening, and I was watching like all the same outlets that would have been bashing Zack start bashing Kendrick at first, because like, yeah, everybody knows Drake lost now because like it's fucking obvious, you know what I'm saying? So like, so like, but when it was going on and Drake still, you know, they was trying to like act like Drake was winning. He was getting his ass kicked the whole time. And I'm like, bro, how are they trying to push this thing like Drake is actually winning this shit? Oh, but like, it was industry people, bro.
Yeah. Like when Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon Parts 1 and 2 are #1. And we're hearing about how terrible it is and what a flop it is. Exactly, like, bro. Well, I'm looking at Netflix right now and it's #1. And part 1 isn't like in the top 10 now, like number 5 or 6 or whatever it was. I'm like, that's losing?
Exactly, bro. Kendrick was dissing this dude in all kind of different rap styles, bro, and bringing up facts, like real facts. You know what I'm saying?
Not trying to get AI Tupac. I mean, that's just wrong, dude. I mean, I'm not even a big hip hop head, but I'm like, how are you gonna go and get a man who's passed away, who had so much like integrity to the whole hip hop culture, and act like he's gonna be on your side? I just thought that was wrong.
Right? Oh my, crazy, bro. Hey, he paid for that shit though. You know what I'm saying? Because he got his ass kicked in this battle. You know what I'm saying? But nah, dude. The whole time though that this was going on, I can't lie, Necron. I kept thinking, this is what's gonna happen if they sell ZSJL to Netflix, bro. Like this is the same shit.
Here we go. Yeah.
Like, because you're gonna see that there's no comparison.
And as we said before, there's only one person who really does not want sell to happen.
Facts.
In the end, he's the one that's pushing hard against it. We all knew who it is. I mean, do I need to say it?
Yeah.
Do I even need to say? We all know.
Why would you be pushing up against it, right? But then in the fucking trades and in the press, oh, hey, everything's fine, right? Like, I love Zack. I talked to him. Zack's moved on, Hey, y'all remember that shit?
Yep. And also, I want to point out, when anyone ever says, hey, I'm a Zack Snyder fan, but that's when you just cut them off. That's just like, dude, that's the playbook opening statement. I'm a Zack Snyder fan, but.
You want to know what that sounds oddly close to?
What's that?
I'm not racist, but
yes,
insert racist comment.
That's exactly what that is.
Facts, bro. Nah, man, the shit's real, dude. Like, nah, I'm not going for this shit, bro. This is 2024, bro. Is really the time where people gonna have some decisions to make, bro. People gonna have some real choices that they gotta make about who they gonna be supporting. You know what I'm saying? Like what side of the fence that they gonna land on, man. Because I'm seeing that this fight it's across all mediums, Necron.
Yeah.
Every single facet of life that I look at, I'm seeing the same thing happening right now. There is something in the air right now, bro, where there is a real battle between grassroots and the independent side of things versus the corporations and the machines, the fucking matrix, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, man, this is pretty big, bro.
And this is just like a microcosm of the bigger picture that is out there. Exactly. Watching this unfold.
Right? GDI says the war between Zack and Gunn is a fight between the survival of the superhero genre and its total destruction. Bruh, I think this is about film at a larger scale, man. Like, this ain't even just about the superhero genre no more, bro.
Oh, yeah. It surpassed that.
Because, like, you see, they fucking with Zack sci-fi shit.
Nothing to do with superhero. Nothing to do with superhero.
And nothing to do with nothing.
Just Zack's sci-fi IP, his own made-up one.
Telling you, bro. Nah, this is a great time. I'm glad to be living and having the consciousness that I do right now because yo, man, I'm really seeing this shit across all facets, bro. Like, this whole thing was crazy because I was literally just watching it, and that's why I could predict what was gonna happen, because I was like, all you gotta do is take out Kendrick and Drake and put in Zack and James Gunn.
You're right.
Like, and it's the same shit.
It's the machine playbook. Like, they go through and they do it every time.
Right? It's Cell versus the Antis. It's the same shit. Like, you look at it and they literally do the exact same things, bro. They smear, twist narratives, you know what I'm saying? Try to stamp stuff out as soon as it gets out there, right? Bruh, I saw a picture of Drake that I had never seen before. This will tell you how much that they be scraping the internet for certain shit, man. And like how some fucking shit'll just happen and it'll come and go. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Neil 7 says Gunn literally had child trafficking in his Guardians movie. Right?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I mean,
in
territory for him.
In number 3? I don't know. Guardians 2. What the fuck happened in Guardians 2? I don't even remember that movie, bro.
I fell asleep.
Bruh,
I don't remember much.
I just remember him turning into Pac-Man and me being fucking pissed as fuck. Ego. Yes.
Oh, Ego.
Yes, bro. And his whole little thing. Okay. I remember now.
I just remember his face being giant when I woke up, and I was like, what is going on, dude? I don't know.
But nah, bro. This shit almost seemed like some humiliation ritual shit, man. Because I had never heard about this, bro. And when I heard about it and I went and saw that it was true, I was like, what the fuck? I'm just sitting there talking to the homie, and he just casually mentions that there's a picture with because apparently Drake was on a live stream and he was sharing his phone. He was sharing his screen. And he's scrolling through his pictures, and he scrolls past a picture of him. How can I best say this? Because I know we have some children watching. He was in a very compromised situation.
Okay.
And had a foreign substance on his face. Right? I'll just leave it at that. If you don't believe me, Google Drake live stream picture. I'm pretty sure that you'll find it. Yeah, bro. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, how did I never hear that this happened? right? And I just thought about it, and I was like, bro, this had to be them scrubbing the fucking internet, bro. And I was like, yo, like, how does some shit like that happen and I don't hear about it? Me as somebody that follows hip hop on like a regular basis, right? Like, that's like some shit with Zack fucking dropping a picture from ZSJL2 and the fucking Necron. And
all of a sudden it's not.
And like, I don't hear about it till like a fucking year and a half, 2 years later.
Yeah, that'd be like bizarre as hell.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, wait, Zack dropped a picture from ZSJL2. Like, what the fuck? Like,
and no one just knows about it.
Like nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, bro. So, yeah, y'all, if y'all don't believe me, go fucking Google, you know, Drake live stream picture accident or something. And that shit's crazy, bro. I was like, yo, but it almost seemed as if like it was like some kind of humiliation ritual or like fucking some shit. Like, cause I'm like, bro, how do you scroll past something like that on your phone while you're on a live stream, bro? Like, that seems weird.
Like it was
planned.
Yeah,
you know what
on purpose. Like, that's almost like you're gonna fucking do this and just do it, but we'll fix it. But you're still gonna do it, like you said, like the humiliate. But
hold on one second, bro. Mm-hmm.
Sure, because that's what they do. You know, they make you go out and humiliate yourself, and that's how they get control of you. They get, well, you know, we all heard the stories. Cameras everywhere. They get everybody in compromising positions and say, oh, you're gonna do this, or else, you know, this is gonna show up on Entertainment Tonight or whatever else. They leak all these images too, so. They get put out there, man. So maybe like Sky said, he was told to do it, but at the same time they scrubbed it too, just to let them know, you know, that's how they can control you. You know, like, see, we made you do it, but we also scrubbed it. But next time we won't scrub it, and your career is gone. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what they do, right?
Bruh, that shit was crazy, bro. When I saw that picture, I was like, the fact that I didn't know that existed and that this whole thing happened was odd. Because that shit was like last summer.
Weird. I never even heard of that one. I didn't. Oh, shit. MP's in the freaking MP23. We were wondering where you've been, MP23, on the other shows. Anyway. Yeah, that's wild that that even happened. I never heard all that stuff, you know. Of course, we all know about the Diddy stuff going on, but I never heard about any of that on the Drake side of it. But I mean, to get that,
I didn't know that it was this bad, bro. I didn't know until all this popped off, and then I really started like looking into it, because I had heard about the Millie Bobby thing, about how, you know, it was kind of weird that like how close that they were, and like I thought I found it earlier, but there was like a picture that he took of her that just looked weird, bro. And she posted like, that Drake took it, and you know, it's just weird, bro. Like, why the fuck are you hanging around teenagers, bro?
Dude, that is weird. I mean, and then having your like texting on a regular basis. Anywhere
texting
else,
saying
dude,
that I fucking miss you, and talking about boy. Like, what are you talking about boys about? Like,
yeah,
what kind of conversations are y'all having?
You'd be talking to your dad or your brother for that type of advice, not some man.
You know, it just makes sure that, you know, look, those young boys, they ain't ready for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just
I can only imagine what
right?
was in those
just
texts, dude.
You know,
oh my god,
they can't really do nothing for you like that, right? You know,
you're too good for them.
Right, yeah. I mean, you too famous. They don't know what it's like being famous and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, but
just,
you know,
getting them wrapped up around the finger. Oh man,
you need somebody with a little bit more experience.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, where are the parents?
That's what I'm wondering, dude. But you know, I think too, you know, we heard about it, bro, that the parents are usually in on it, you know, because you know they want to ride that train too. Who knows? You know, I'm not accusing this kid's parents of being in, but we've seen it happen with other ones, you know, who've been through this whole ordeal.
Yeah, man, bro, the shit is odd, bro. It's odd, man, and I just man, like, there's no way that I can't say anything, bro. There's no way. There's no way that I can just sit here and watch this shit and just not say anything.
And here we go again, right?
You did.
We got Zach, who never engages in weird stuff like that, getting piled on. But here's Gunn, who's, you know, had, you know, har pedo parties or whatever, you know, you call them. And that's perfectly fine. No,
right.
You know, he gets, you know, the fell upward because it's just, dude, it's not right. I mean, something weird about all that. And why is it always with kids, man? I mean, that's strange stuff. Leave the kids out of it. Yeah, when you pulled that one up with him, and she's just like talking about, you know, oh, he texts me daily or whatever, you know, about boys.
About boys, bro? Like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Hold up. We got a new drop. There's a new drop alert. We're going to check this out. Y'all make sure that y'all get the likes up for more if y'all want more of this kind of stuff. You dig?
New drop.
Let's check this out.
Psst. I see dead people. Put it on that beat, go. Hey, monster on the beat, ho, Debo,
What did you have to talk to my son about?
Relax. It's nothing. Maybe I just want to ask him about some stolen property. But you want to call him out and maybe we can take care of this, you know, right here.
That's good.
Hey, nah, this shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
Fucking definitely want to see more of that, dude. And by the way, man, just the beats of the song is better than what Dre's doing, dude. Not Dre,
yeah, bro.
Drake doing superior artist.
Yeah.
You got bested, Drake.
He said, you got bested. Hey, good fight, though, kid. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? He did better than I thought he would. But in the end.
Right. For sure.
Dun, 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 dun.
He said now that it's come out that Disney cooked books on Guardians 3 and WBT was standing on that success, hiring him, right? Hey.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Did they cook those books too from Guardians?
Yeah.
Boy, they got suckered into fucking hiring him. Suckered. Oh, this guy knows comics. Let's get him in charge.
No. I am on this. I'm on this. Sickness says, I got 3 teenage daughters. I don't even talk with them hella deep about shit beyond the basics. Don't trust dudes, pay attention, read the room, and don't put yourself in dumb situations. I feel it.
That's
right.
Pretty classic smart right
but
there. Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro, how would you feel though, Sickness, if it was like a guy that had been known to like date girls as soon as they 18? You know what I'm saying? Would you like let him be hanging around your daughters, bro? Right? Like that shit don't make no sense, dude.
Hell no. Sitting there on the
Would you let James Gunn? Would you let James Gunn hang around your
Got that day marked. What the fuck, man?
Right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey. Take that. Nah, y'all killing it. Yo, we about to start shutting this thing down. I got to go hop on with Hold My Dual Shock.
Oh, yeah. People, dude.
Before we got to get some stuff done. for the rest of the day. So yeah, what's your last? He said, look, he said I'd be locked up because homie would be gone. Exactly, bro.
They're like, no.
Right? Or no. How about this one, Sickness? Let's say your daughter's on the basketball team, right? You know what I'm saying? In the end, Drake is just at the basketball games, right? You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, he started following a couple of your daughter's teammates and then follows her. Like, fuck is going on, bro?
No one would like that if you're a parent. You'd be like, that's fucking weird. Nah, I'm putting an end to this shit. Drake or no Drake.
Fucking weird. Right? Like, fuck out
I
here.
support high school. What is it? I support girls high school basketball.
High school women's basketball in that crowd, which is weird as fuck. When have you ever heard of high school women's basketball? It's girls, bro. Just like they say boys basketball.
I don't know any man who's a big fan of high school girls basketball.
That don't got a daughter.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You got
That,
like some daughter
just...
family member. Okay, I guess you go to you're supporting your daughter niece or whatever, but it's some random
niece, right?
Star. What is going on?
Fucking some random 30-year-old in the fucking. You know what? And look, right on time, just like always. Right as we about to close this motherfucker down, we got the homie, the good. I almost said the good Leon, you know what I'm saying? We got Lieutenant Leon in the building. What's going on, bro? How are you feeling?
The good Leon, the great Leon. Now let me stop. Yo, I'm doing great, y'all. I'm doing great. Man, I let the cat out of the bag. I was talking to Scott just a bit ago. I interrupted the stream. I don't know if you said that, but I was like, oh shit.
Nah, that's where I went
I thought
when
it was
I
on a
blacked
different
out
time zone.
my screen, y'all.
I was like, oh shit. And then but yeah, whenever we're done, guys, I want to chat with y'all about something briefly in the back. But I just want to come and show some love. I know I'm late, LAL as usual. But yeah, man, it's good to see the cool table on the screen. Y'all take a screenshot, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
it's the motherfucking cool table in the building.
What's going on, bro? Hey, you got any thoughts that you want to get out on the subject? I don't know how much of this that you heard, but I pretty much just been comparing all the aspects of like how this whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake thing has really mirrored the things that we're seeing with all these other mediums, be it a Candace Owens and Daily Wire or Zack and James Gunn. Just all these different mediums, you are starting to see this whole grassroots versus machine thing, right? And can you just kind of speak on that before we bring the homie Austin in and we get his words too?
Yeah, absolutely. So I just want to touch on the Daily Wire for a brief second. So I know that a lot of traditionalists and conservatives, et cetera, like the Daily Wire. In my opinion, they've become the bane of the message of conservatism and traditionalism. If you pay attention to the details closely, those people are frauds, man. Those people are frauds. In my opinion, that's just me. No matter what one believes, I just look at what they're doing and the way they speak to certain people in certain venues of life. Like, let's say an OnlyFans person, and they'll talk to that person as if they're just like, as if they're coddling them. And I just think that's very strange. It's very hypocritical. So yeah, Daily Wire is definitely the machine, or at least they've become the machine, right? Just based on what I've seen, because I'm not like subscribing or anything like that. But as far as the Kendrick, Drake, Zack, Gunn comparisons, I think it's very similar. There's similar through lines to both sort of situations, right? Because Kendrick is essentially fighting the machine when it comes to Drake. No matter what side anyone stands on the argument or their beef or what have you, it's a literal machine. You have a literal child actor turned pop artist in Drake, who has several producers and ghostwriters and people that have money behind him, right? We could say the same of Kendrick in a way, but it's vastly different. Kendrick doesn't do the ghostwriting thing. Kendrick is like what you would call, not skill-wise, but just like traditional MC hip-hop. He's a regular rap artist who writes his stuff, has producers, is signed to a record label, does his thing. Drake quite literally cannot lose because he has too much money behind him. Also, he owes a lot of people money. If you guys pay attention to the contract deal that he signed recently, I think he owes upwards of $400 to $500 million to, I forget his name or their name, but look it up and sludge through all his contract dealings. Drake, he literally signed away all of his hip hop identity, essentially. He doesn't own his masters. He doesn't own anything. Drake's name and his concept of him has been sold off to the highest bidder because he owes that much money, right? It's very weird, the situation we're in. So Drake the Machine, who throughout time has sullied his name with his peers. I'm not even talking fans. Fans is a different story. It is what it is. Like, we have our opinions. Just the peers that help to kind of construct the machine that is Drake. We have peers such as Future. We have peers such as Kanye West. We have peers such as Metro Boomin. We have peers such as The Weeknd. We have peers such as Lil Wayne. All the names I just named, and particularly Lil Wayne. And I might just stop at him because to me, that's the most egregious of his crimes, in my opinion, because it would be like what I'm about to tell you. It would be like one of us doing this to one of us. So for those that don't know, Wayne helped to bring Drake up in the game. It helped to give him clout. You know, this actor turned rapper. He needed arguably the best rapper alive. That was the every time Wayne dropped. Am I still there? I'm good? Okay, cool. Sorry. Every time Wayne dropped, it was like fire. It was like summer anthems, etc. So Wayne and Drake together made for the best of a situation for Drake. So a guy like that, who's always stood side by side with Drake and helped his career along to make him the megastar he is today, when Wayne went to jail briefly, Drake smashed Wayne's girl at the time. So I couldn't imagine, right, being a colleague of an individual who can't keep his stuff in his pants, you know, while I'm away. That's crazy to me. This is a business partner, a colleague, maybe even a friend, an ally, right? At the least. So it's like Drake has pissed off everybody, and he's had the machine behind him. The machine wouldn't let him fail. And that's probably why he has the gumption to do all these things to different people. Like, he doesn't care about who he's mowing down because the machine's behind him. Then you got Kendrick, who gets involved in the situation for various different reasons. And he's expected to fail just like everyone else has because Kendrick's fairly independent. But instead he prevails because he's just that much of an artist. There's no real information about Kendrick that you can do or say that's going to destroy him that he hasn't already said of himself, right? And at the same time, his rapping skills are phenomenal. So you're going against a guy who does not need help in the skills department, and you're going against a guy who's kind of a genius when it comes to being an artist and presenting his material. You know what I mean? So I don't know, like, I think we the people, that's not include the fans, I think we the people Some wasn't. Is that you, Sky?
What happened?
Oh, it's like making noises. My fault.
Oh, I didn't hear anything. Oh, here. I'll go on mute.
Oh, appreciate it. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think that we the people kind of decided, like, in mass, that Kendrick was, that guy, because he just seems more grassroots than Drake. He just really does. He's more independent. He does his own thing. He has his own writing skills, his own talents. He's not some actor that kind of plucks himself into different cultures to create himself into this almost chameleon-like figure that Drake is, right? Kendrick has an identity. He has a style all his own, and he knows how to tiptoe here and there to kind of represent a global sound. And then you have a Drake who is similar, but do we really know that he has his own style and identity? Because anything you can name right now has been taken from another artist.
Yeah, my thing with that is once you are proven to have ghostwriters, it kind of makes it to where I don't want to do the mental gymnastics of figuring out what you wrote and what you didn't. I kind of just have to question everything that I hear from you.
And that's my point, essentially, is that you're helping my point. My point is, for my listening, right? Drake has never really had his own style. Even the timestamp Drake that everybody, dude, timestamp Drake, that's not him. That's Daylight. For those that are familiar with Daylight. So essentially what I'm saying is Kendrick was fighting a machine and a chameleon that tried to transform into different types of artists. And it all failed in this. We saw the machine unravel when it goes up against an organic, truly talented artist, right? It's like watching AI versus someone who makes mistakes, makes errors, something that comes from the heart and from the soul. AI is gonna do some dope AI shit. It's gonna look crazy. But there's something about looking at a person construct art that just takes us out, right? So yeah, I can say the same for Zack, and I'll just keep it brief when it comes to Zack, because we've talked about Zack a lot. When it comes to Zack, Zack was always ahead of his time and always trying to make everything as organic as he possibly could, while also utilizing CGI, right? The last film he did, Rebel Moon, it feels very tangible, right? And then you got the fact that Zack is killer with the details, and then you see the release of what happened with Gunn's picture with the Superman situation. It just feels very inorganic. You have Henry Cavill's birthday, and everybody's going crazy, and then the very next day, Gunn is like, "This is the best time to release a Superman picture," and it felt weird. It felt like watching my man from Smallville finally suit up, right? A decade or two too late, right? It's like, oh, but it's not. It's the David Cornsweat guy. Well, why does this look like he came from a TV show? It's just weird. So, which brings me to my last point about Zack versus Gunn. When it comes to Gunn, the reason that he is looked at as the machine is because he's already failed numerous times, but the machine won't let his ass go away. They keep hiring him to do high-profile things. You cannot get much more machine than that. And I would elaborate more, but I know we're wrapping up. And once again, this isn't even no hate on James Gunn, like whatever. This is just facts. Like, how do you fail that much, right? With The Suicide Squad, with Peacemaker, with also the alleged, we'll say PDF file activities, right? The air of SA, I'll just use initials. The air of Grape that is surrounded with his humor and in the past, and his I'll say his adolescent, teenage, hormonal BS version of comedy, right? Like there's so many different things about this guy that would be an L for anyone else, but the machine won't allow it. They just won't, for whatever the reason is. And in my opinion, it's because he represents what Hollywood likes. He is a part of the Hollywood agenda, in my opinion. And that's why they won't let him fail, because symbolically, I don't think they can let him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that means that nobody really likes this other stuff that they're trying to force down people's throats. And just real quick, Marcellus Sickness says, Marcellus Wiley said Drake dissed Kendrick on tape in 2014. Said ESPN got the tape but never released it. You're absolutely right. And up until this whole beef started off, he refused to say who it was. He had told that story publicly, but had refused to say who it actually was. But then he talked about how their team called and got the video taken down because it was about to go live and all that. And there's been a pattern here of like throwing rocks and hiding your hands, you know what I'm saying? Calling, getting stuff taken down, sending cease and desist, and just all this weird behavior that just oddly kind of seems to be shared by one Mr. Gunn over there by WBD.
Can I say one more thing about the Drake thing, just to clarify? The reason that Drake has a beef back then with Kendrick is because Kendrick did the control verse on Big Sean's song, and the only person out of the many people that he named that was truly pissed off, right, and didn't understand the assignment was Drake. He went on more than one interview saying that he thought it was lame and he thought it was this, and he had bad opinions. And behind the scenes, he was telling people, you know, he don't fuck with the vibe of that. And then the Marcellus Wiley interview was going to reveal a lot more details. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Absolutely. But I want to get the good Austin in here before we close on down. We got the Flash in the building. What's going on, Brody? What's on your mind as we close this thing on out? And thank you for popping in at the last second and giving your thoughts as well, Brody.
Oh, of course. Well, thanks for having me. I would have been here a little bit earlier. Speed Force is a little tricky to navigate sometimes, but y'all know how that goes. But thanks for putting the shine on the light on a lot of the stuff with Kendrick and Drake for someone like myself. And we've been talking in our cool table chats, like I really don't care about this, because to me I'm like, yo, two 30-year-olds like writing poems to each other. But you kept saying it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. I'm like, all right, man, I'm waiting for you to like learn me on it.
He said, I'm waiting for you to learn me.
It takes somebody to, right. It just takes somebody to make you care about these things, I guess. If you don't care, if you're someone who just goes to work every day and you don't have time for shit, and you have kids or whatever, what have you, you're just like, well, man, like I do really like that Drake song, but it's like now it's like at the point it's like, oh, I do really like that R. Kelly song. It's like, nah, bro. It's like, I don't know, man. The only one who gets a pass on that, I think, is MJ, the king of pop. But for real, like this whole situation definitely mirrors the Zack Snyder and James Gunn, and how that, like, I guess for me, like, it's funny to compare myself, but like to a James Gunn supporter, but like I was more of a Drake fan, obviously, from being the East Coast.
Stino was too, bro.
Yeah,
nah,
I'm just from
Stino was too. Like real talk, even on the no. So like no, bro. There was a whole lot of people that really didn't know about any of this stuff until recently,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So no, it was. I wasn't even really up, bro. I didn't know all this shit, and then I was like, wait a minute, bro. There's a fucking long ass track record of behavior here.
And it's funny, I think I just know like the the story that we were told, right? Like what they wanted us to know. I know all of that, and like that's what has like brought my illusion up for Drake, and that's what has made him into, I guess, this facade. But that's the thing about like I don't know if anyone watched Degrassi. I'm of the age, I was born, at that age. I was growing up when Degrassi was out. It's like he was a good actor, bro. Like, dude's a good actor, good enough to like, and he rapped in the show too. So I don't know, like if one thing came together and that's how he got his rise. But I'm not even gonna, a bigger, I guess, a deeper hole to say in this is that something that might have to do with it is the fact that he is or was Jewish at the time, and that's they have a big role in Hollywood. Let's not front on there, and music. That is a big thing. So who knows if that's why he got put up to where he was, and the machine, as
bro.
Leon was saying,
he used to go to bar mitzvah. He used to go to bar mitzvahs. Like
he used to get paid to
no, it was 100%. Like
and
he grew up like a little Jewish kid.
Yeah, because his mom was like full Jewish. So that's why he did that stuff. So yeah, and it makes sense. Industry ties. Like, I mean, who knows, dude? You know how the nepotism goes. But I'm not to focus on that. That was just like a thought. Because I always have like I'm always thinking of like the other plays. I'm like, oh wait, maybe that connects. Maybe that connects. I don't know if James Gunn is what his religion is. Who knows? But we all know with the story that Zach was putting on, it was of a Christ-like, centered piece of his universe, which was Superman, and it wasn't degrading him whatsoever. It was putting Superman into another echelon and comparing him with Jesus and stuff like that. And people want to say, oh, you believe the Jesus allegory? Like, yeah, dude, because it was fucking there. Like, that's what it was. That was the story. It's not do you believe? That's what it is. Do you understand? Can you see with your own eyes?
Well, just can I add to that real quick, briefly? People arguing that are kind of slow, because at the end of the day, the creation of Superman comes from biblical allegory, literally.
Legit.
Two Jewish creators. Well, yeah, two Jewish creators use the story of Moses. So all of this is of biblical proportions.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I think, well, who knows? Maybe that's again why they wanted to taint Zack Snyder and get Zack Snyder away, because he was really painting this picture and propping Superman up to this different level, not just to make profits, right? And that's where ego comes in too. People want to just say ego for money and whatever and for reputation, but beyond that. It's beyond like religious ego and stuff like that. Like the producers, whoever, like they might not have wanted Jesus to be so revered because Superman is so revered. You know what I mean? Like they might not have wanted that. And
that's real shit, man.
Real shit, dude. Like I don't want to be. Oh, there you go, Sky. I don't want to be.
Sky is in the sky.
That's real shit. And then fucking they came and take Sky out real quick.
It was good.
Yeah. No. But that's just what it is, man. I don't like to be the one who always like brings up that discussion, but like I can't help but see it for what it is. And to make those parallels, because we're making those parallels right now with Drake and Kendrick and with Zach and James. Like the religious discussion definitely plays into it for sure. It's definitely an undertone in everything we do that nobody really thinks about. You know, they want to. Everyone's like,
no one about the surgery. Oh my
god. But so I think it's actually very apropos that during this whole thing, like, well, guess what? Rebel Moon Part 2 comes out, and what do? They actually, to kill the hype, I feel like mid 28 days, that's what DC puts out. They put this fucking image out. It's right in the middle of Rebel Moon Part 2. So they're taking our hype away, our eyes away from what we should be focusing on, which is rewatching and putting stuff into that movie. So I hope I'm not glitching out right now because I see Sky's loading.
You're good on my
I'm
end,
good.
dude.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
But so I think it's apropos. I think it makes a lot of sense. Now we gotta definitely focus on Rebel Moon Part 2. Everyone should have that on Netflix on repeat right now because we gotta boost those numbers up. As much as we want to roast this Superman image, we gotta keep our eye on the ball. And I think again, that is what this is. It's a big distractor. It's a big, oh hey, let's all get focused on this and forget about what we're in the midst of. We're in the midst of the 28 days that are important for Rebel Moon 2 and important to the hype of Rebel Moon 2. I know obviously you're not gonna not talk about this stuff, but it's important for us to be reminded that we need to focus, and this is all just fugazi. This is and not the Kendrick and Drake shit. That's real stuff. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus in. We're gonna help us all focus us back in when I'm gonna drop a couple more videos with Zach, maybe talking to somebody about the return of some stolen property, which to me is that Superman suit, but we'll get into that in another stream. But man, everyone's giving their opinion on this and that, and I think he just stole Henry Cavill's suit and replaced the S, and then you got David Cornsweet in it, and he's not Cavill, bro.
He added a collar, bro. The collar.
Yeah, right.
Don't forget the collar.
Collar and trunks. Yeah.
He ain't gonna forget that. He ain't gonna fit that shit, dude. He ain't Henry Cavill. He gonna be small.
Not to interrupt, but I ain't gonna hold you. I don't even know if that was a Henry Cavill suit he stole. I think he stole Tyler Hoechlin's suit and slapped a collar on that bit, bro, because that thing was looking real TV.
Baggy.
That looked like some pajamas, my dude. I ain't even trying to hate.
Yeah.
If that shit was fire,
it's just realistic.
I would be the quietest version of myself ever. Y'all would have been like, where Leon went? Well, we only talk to him on the phone nowadays because that suit was fire. He don't want to talk about it.
Nah, let me repeat my
Leon ever since the suit dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Let me repeat my metaphor then. The stolen property is the DC universe. That's what it is, bro. We come in and speak about that. That's what it is.
You right.
The stolen property. So
you right.
let me fix that. And we're gonna have I'm gonna make something for you guys, for everybody to use this Kendrick energy and focus it back into this. We're pop culture warriors out here, the cool table. We're in and out the streets, as they say, really in and out the streets. So we gotta put something on for the streets, and I hope that little drop, bro. You gotta play that again. I hope that little drop gets people hype.
Bro, you already know. They not
This
like
one?
us.
Psst. I see dead people. Put it on that beat, go. Aye. Monster on the beat, ho, Debo, rap, nigga,
What did you have to talk to my son about?
Relax. It's nothing. Maybe I just want to ask him about some stolen property. But you want to call him out and maybe we can take care of this, right here.
Hey,
Let's take care of this right here. Let's take care of this right here.
Dude, that's so good.
Probably A minor.
Mustard on the beat, ho.
For y'all, I played that for my general audience fiance. I'm like, hey, I gotta play you something funny, and I played that for her before I shared it on stream, and she goes, "Is that the song that go?" I go, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna put the whole thing together and add some stuff in there from James and to go with the lyrics." And she's like, "Is that the song that goes A minor?" I was like, "Yup." She goes, "Oh shit, dude."
Oh wow.
Bruh. Yo,
that's how mainstream this has gotten.
Quick story, bro. I was actually in Best Buy earlier today grabbing some stuff right before the stream, and then the two dudes, I'm literally like checking out, and then the guy's like, he's fucking talking to the other Best Buy dude, and he's like, "Man, I didn't had this one song stuck in my head this whole week. Like, have you heard that song where Kendrick is talking about Drake, and I just started laughing. I was like, bro, which one? He was like, they not like us. They not like us. I was like, hey, bro, hey. It's a thing, bro. You literally have a hit song, which is the #1 song in the country, and everybody's singing about Drake like your kids. This is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy,
I pulled up to the red light this morning. That's by my street. Quite literally, as I'm pulling up, I'm already bumping the song. I'm pulling up and I hear it because I don't have it up loud yet. I hear it and I'm like, is that me? I'm turning down. I hear, I was like, what? Another car behind me pulls up, also playing it. So I'm next to a car and a car behind me. So I just started I turned my shit all the way up. So we all just looking at each other. The person next to me looking at me, and it's a chick, and she's like nodding her head in SUV. And behind me, I don't know what behind me was doing, but they not like us. They not like that. Is so crazy. I was like, how do I capture this moment? Green light comes, and I just keep going. That shit was crazy. With the dope part too was like, weirdly enough, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going left, chicks going right. Person behind me went straight. Yes, we all went our separate ways in life, bumping the same shit. That shit was nasty.
You know what I'm saying?
First thing in the morning.
Fucking Blue Angels, fucking
right?
Man.
The Blue Angels. Facts.
Mission.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, I just want to say real quick. You mentioned the Control verse. Since then, I just want to, every time I think of Control, which is an amazing verse, that was on Big Sean's song.
Yes, sir.
The last man that Kendrick mentions is Mac Miller. Shout out. R.I.P.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out
right?
Mac, man.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that was crazy.
He gets mentioned in that whole.
Shout out to Mac Miller. Because he was saying, bro, we're all friends. He literally said it like, I'm cool with all y'all, but I'm just trying to be a better rapper.
But I'm trying to murder you. Yeah. He was basically just saying, like, I wanted to be competitive. Like, we're all just trying to raise. He said, I'm trying to raise the bar high. It was nothing about beefing or hurting each other. It was all about, like, let's all elevate our craft to the point where we're like, every time you hear a song, we're like, ooh, all right, no, fuck that. I gotta top him. And then we call each other. We're like,
competition.
Kendrick, bro, I know you did not just drop that. He's like, bro, what you got, bro? Don't even worry about it. I'm coming. Like that's what it should be. He was trying to make hip hop fun and competitive, and Drake was like, I don't think it's not real. If it's not real, then like, what are you talking about? Does someone have to die? Like, this is insane,
bro. I fucking remember that interview where
was he talking to Angie Martinez? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember that. I was like, this dude is weird.
He said weird beard. But anyway, look.
And then Lupe got mad because he didn't get mentioned.
I remember that.
Which is kind of crazy, but you know.
He's like, hey, yo, respect for that, Kendrick. I ain't even mad. He's like, thanks.
look, we about to shut this thing on down, but the homie Bishop then dropped the $2 super chat. So y'all know we got to drop this one more time as we closing on out.
I see dead people. Aye, monster on the beat, ho,
What did you have to talk to my son about?
Relax. It's nothing. Maybe I just want to ask him about some stolen property. But you want to call him out and maybe we can take care of this, right here.
Bishop said Kendrick won, period. You know what I'm saying? Look, shouts out to all y'all, man. We do got to close this down because I gotta get on out of here. I ain't even got time to run the last video, but I want to say much love to all y'all out there, man. Thank y'all for being here. Shouts out to the live crew, the replay crew, and shouts out to the cool table for holding it down as always. It's a great feeling having all four of us back on stream. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It almost feeling like the fucking Power Rangers is coming together. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
Much love to y'all three gentlemen, for sure.
Much love, homie. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Cool table for life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No.
We out of here.
Syndicate Network.
Yes, yes. We're going to get at y'all next time. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Bang. Bang, bang.